What's up everyone, this is the Alienware Aurora R15 with an RTX 4090 and a i9 13900KF. Let's start off by unboxing it. Alright, so this is the case. We got the lunar light one, so as you can see, that's how the front looks. Alright, so in the accessory box we have a mouse, basic mouse. We have our power cable. This is not a standard power cable. This has a 1350 watt power supply, so it's a little different. These are our antennas for the Wi-Fi. And we got our keyboard here. Alright, so we have everything set up. Now, everything here is included with the PC except for this monitor and that mouse pad. So that's the keyboard and mouse that you get with the computer. It doesn't cost any extra money. And we'll take a look at inside the computer in a second here, but it looks like that the RTX 4090 is not a Founders Edition. It looks like it's actually a PNY OEM card. I'm gonna assume this is the power button. I assumed correctly. Alright, so looking at the build quality of the computer, so the side panel is actually plastic, it's not glass. Down here we do have some vents for the GPU. The previous generations did not have that, it was just a panel. On the back here you can see we have the rear chassis. It's also made out of plastic. There is a cover that goes here for extra $50 to cover the wires, so you don't have to see the wires. Wouldn't buy that, but you could buy that if you'd like. Now looking at the front of the laptop, we have 3 USB Type A's, a Type C, and a headphone jack. That's pretty good front I/O. And then this is of course the power button, and you can change on the lighting. This is a plastic panel right here, and then these slits here for airflow. For the rear I/O, we have digital audio, analog audio, a bunch of USBs, which is nice. So we have USBs here, 2 more here. These are 2 Type C's, 2 more A's, Ethernet, and then our GPU has an HDMI and 3 display ports, and then this is the Wi-Fi antenna, so it's pretty nice. So to open the side panel, you just get a screwdriver, unscrew the screw, it doesn't come out, it just becomes loose, and then you just pull it out like this. All right, here we can have a look inside. So it's a 240mm radiator at the top, hooked up here to a liquid cooler. This is our RTX 4090. As you can see, it's a pretty beefy looking cooler on there, and it's held down by this bracket back here. We have a front fan for intake, a rear fan for exhaust, and we have 2 RAM slots, 2 M.2 SSD slots, so we can add 1 more on here. It's upgradable, and then we have a Wi-Fi card there. And of course we have our alien lighting, and we have our power supply down here. This is a 1350 watt power supply, so plenty of power for this computer. All right, so as you can see, there's a VR headset here, and basically this is going to be a flight simulation computer for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it's actually for my cousin. He's going to want the most powerful GPU to be able to play Flight Simulator on VR, so that'll be an interesting experience. Do you hear that? I don't either. This thing is so quiet. Like, I'm pretty impressed. I'm running a 3D Mark benchmark, and the fans rarely go up. I definitely have not owned a desktop this quiet before, and I build my own desktops with Noctua fans, so very good on the cooling. All right, so we're running Cinebench right now, and as you can see or hear, it's pretty quiet. So the score it gets, it's getting 35,949, which is actually pretty good considering there's some bloatware installed in the background, so that's not bad. Alright, now let's look at gaming benchmarks, starting with 1080p. As you can see, every game is getting over 144 FPS essentially besides Microsoft Flight Simulator, so if you have a high refresh rate 1080p display, you should have no problem getting high FPS. With DLSS, you could probably even do 240Hz on most games. Looking at Quad HD, you're still getting over 120 FPS in basically every game except for Flight Simulator, which is, harder to drive, but overall you can also run a Quad HD high refresh rate display. Now for me, I personally like going with 4K always, so for me at 4K, as you can see, you're still getting over 120 FPS in most games. Cyberpunk and Flight Simulator are still over 60 FPS, so you can have a smooth gaming experience. Now looking at temperatures, I was kind of surprised at this. Gaming average 4K temperature was 72 on the CPU and 62 on the GPU. And in Cinebench, we went up to 80 on the CPU. Now the GPU was 58 in Firestrike and 59 in TimeSpy. These temperatures feel kind of low, but I'm used to laptop benchmarks, so let me know in the comments if these are actually pretty good temperatures. Personally, I think these are actually decent considering this is a pre-built. Alright, so next let's talk about pricing. So this computer before tax came out to $33,29.99, and that was because we had a 10% coupon for Dell's Black Friday and July sale. You can get 10% coupons every now and then, you just gotta check the site, but that did actually end as of this video, the coupon. Although you can also get them in the refurbished store for pretty cheap. Now, for $33.29, you're getting a i9 13900KF, 32 gigs of RAM, a 2 terabyte hard drive, RTX 4090, 1350 watt power supply, and built-in Wi-Fi. It's a Z690 board. The cooler is a 240 millimeter liquid cooler, and overall for the price, it's not bad if you consider it. Building a pre-built with everything was very similar in pricing, so we decided to go pre-built. And the reason for that, one of the reasons is warranty. So personally, I normally build my own computers, but every now and then I do buy like a pre-built, gut it out, and change the internal, just because I like the cases. Like, you can't really get these cases normally. But warranty wise, if you don't know this, I've owned Dell computers most of my life. If you have a problem with your computer, you can call Dell support. They will literally send someone at your house the next day to come replace or fix the parts. I had experienced this, only experienced this once in my life, because I had to actually get a computer fixed once, and they came to the place the next day. That's the main reason, because like, this is not my computer, someone else's computer. So for them, just being able to call one number to troubleshoot any part is really useful, instead of having a computer you build yourself where you have like 20 different parts and each part has their own support number. So that was the main reason. Also, pre-built pricing has come down a little bit recently, especially now that the economy is kind of bad. So do check it out. You can also obviously build your own good PC part picker. But yeah, I was pretty impressed by the pricing because it was really close to having a pre-built computer versus a custom-built computer. All right, so in conclusion, I was pretty impressed by this computer. It's very silent. We're in game right now, and I barely hear anything. Like, honestly, this is a 4090 and a 24-core i9, and they're running pretty cool. The GPU is running in the mid-50s, and the CPU is running in the low 70s. Like, those temps are not bad considering how quiet the computer is. And again, like I mentioned earlier, the price wasn't too bad either. I highly recommend whenever you buy computers like this, always look for coupons, because I can guarantee you half the time you could probably find at least a 5 to 7% coupon. 10% is when it's closer to building it yourself, and then 15% normally you're saving more money than building it yourself. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with the computer. This is the R15. I didn't experience the R11, 12, 13, 14. I know those all had like their own problems. But yeah, this is a pretty standardized computer. I should be able to, 5 years from now, remove the GPU, put a new GPU in, remove the motherboard, put a new motherboard in. So they have a standard layout. The power supply is at the bottom, ATX motherboard. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. As always, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. What's up, everyone? So this is a little update to my cousin's simulator here. As you can see, he's gone all out. He even got a Pimax Crystal headset. So this thing is pretty nice now. What's up, everyone? So a quick update real quick. Future Sunny here. So Alienware just released the Aurora R16, and interestingly enough, it only goes up to a 4070 Ti. I don't know if they plan to make it permanently into a 4090 and replace the R15 completely, but as of right now, both R15 and R16 are for sale. Now, one thing I will say is the R16 doesn't have that Alienware look to it as much. It's more civilized look to it. So when I did see it, I didn't feel the same as I do when I see something like the R15. You know, that looks a lot more Alienware-like. But yeah, that is one thing to keep in mind. And one more thing, see that in the back there? Yeah, I got myself an Area 51 R2. Be sure to subscribe, because we're gonna upgrade it to a CPU that is very powerful.